This episode of Chasing the Cup is brought to you by Logitech G. Science wins.
I mean, I'm a realistic person. I can see this game going either way. Like, I think this is going to be one of the closer matches.
Everybody's pretty confident. They're looking forward to trying to not get relegated, obviously, because that would suck. It would suck a lot. So that's just our main worry. This match really isn't about winning. It's about not losing. That's the best way to put it.
Getting shoved. The top turret's slowly going down. Middle, oh, here goes Carp.
Right into the middle, he gets everybody on the edge, but that's not something they can engage on. Both tanks get the command shockwave, and this is going for broke here for Counterlogic Gaming. Game 1, 16-7, 42 minutes on the clock. The first game goes to CLG.
You guys need a little bit more defensive words on like your race and stuff like that, because they left a green board for a long time around your race, and then every time you made a rotation in mid, just because you have the mid brush boarded, and also when Dexter was sitting there, so they both saw you in. So just make sure you pink your wraith brush. Right. I really think you should be more confident in your Yasuo. You can do this, dude. You have not lost lane once on Yasuo.
Yeah, we should end it. I think we should end it.
Good to go. Good luck, dudes.
Teams coming in on these, and the fight will begin. Doublelift goes to the front line, and he's trying to keep himself safe, doing good damage. Syndra taking down Alphamu rather than a Shifter, and they are just focusing down on the DPS. Beautifully taken down. Yasuo to Lucian to Nunu, and then Rise. Executed accordingly. Dignitas are taking game 2 at 44 minutes.
Yeah, congratulations to Dignitas.
Trying to be the one up front. Everything's kind of telegraphed now that they're going to try and do. Dignitas has been acting much better. One shot on Doublelift. He gets the insect, and they get the kill with the Mega Inferno. Oh my God, Dignitas is coming up huge with 2 kills at the front door. Seraph can't do anything. Dignitas waited out. They were a ticking time bomb, and they just exploded at 33 minutes.
They did it! They defended twice!
One consistent mistake in all these games. It's that when you guys have an advantage, you just need to group 5. Like, if it inhibs up, group 5, take the inhib.
Yeah,
if another
let
inhibs
the
up,
minions
group 5. And then once you have both, then you rotate 5 to bottom.
Because when they engage on us, like the only way we can lose is if they engage on us on our 3-man.
Yeah.
If we were as 5, it wouldn't happen.
You guys did really well in the early game, right? You did really well in the mid game. Again, the same thing is happening consistently in both games. It's that you guys try to do something when you're not together, but every time you guys do something together, you win. So, stick 5, stick 4, stick 5. Okay?
I think it was okay to 4-1, but Zillion should do it always.
Okay. I mean, yeah.
We should talk about next match.
Fight it. They made the call actually to lead Doublelift there. He just canceled his teleport. So they're making the call to give up middle inhibitor turret for this side shove.
1v1. Zion Spartan says thank you very much for the kill, and Dignitas is pushing through right now. Dignitas is not falling. All the CLG health bars have been nullified, and the Nexus to fall. 30 minutes in, game 3. Dignitas takes the best of 5 series against Counterlogic Gaming.
The relief and smiles on the Dignitas players' faces right now.
After every tournament game I play, and I just try to think about what I did wrong. And I didn't play very well, but I guess I was just thinking about, well, first, is it worth it? And second, like, can I do better next time? To know that you tried so hard and put in all these hours of work for a whole year, and you just worked day after day after day, like no breaks, and you went through all these trials and like arguments with your team, and just like some nights you don't even get to sleep, you just practice, and then you just end up failing in the end. It's just, it sucks.
After losing, there's nothing that you can hold on, you know. You're disappointed in yourself, and you just know that the second you lose, people start tweeting at you and say, yeah, you suck, blah blah blah, you know. It's all about shaking off the haters, but it got to a point where it's probably no longer possible, you know. No one knows what's next. We have to prepare for relegation right now in 2 weeks, and after that everything can happen, you know.
Well, what is there to discuss?
Nothing to discuss.
Yep, I don't know.
There's absolutely nothing to discuss. Back to the hotel.
I mean, I know that all of the people expected us to go to Worlds and everything, but honestly, like deep down, just too much pressure, I think, for everyone. And then I think like being emotionally stable is way more important than actually having individual skill.
So like Korea, we thought would fix our gameplay, and in a lot of ways it did fix our gameplay. Like we went there with the purpose of, we need like a new environment to practice in for potentially like fixing team atmosphere. That was on the side. Most of it was just like, oh, we need Monty to help us coach, give us direction again. We're not adapting well to the patches. We've like hit like a huge losing streak, and we're not exactly sure how we're supposed to fix these problems, so maybe this new environment will help us out.
Mostly everything didn't really get fixed. It was just went into Korea, practiced, and internal issues didn't really get alleviated. I feel super bad, and we probably lost a bunch of fans because after our terrible performance, but to the people that are still here with us, thank you very much.
Things got bad, and then we went to Korea. Problems got resolved, but we didn't, like, they just got postponed, you know, the problems. We never got to the core of the problems that actually existed in the team, you know, that we have like a flaw in our strategy, because we actually performed pretty okay against Korean teams. We played against the best teams. We could match up with them, but on any given day we could also just get completely stomped, you know, we are too inconsistent in that regard. And if you would have fixed our issues earlier, then we might have been able to perform up to people's expectations. But yeah, the whole bootcamp was not really a thing to improve our gameplay, because I think our gameplay was fine, but we only play bad because we have team problems and don't listen to each other or something. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Our team atmosphere did improve a little bit, and our gameplay improved a decent amount, but really like the core issue that we overlooked was, it wasn't so much like our gameplay, it was really just how we interact with each other and like the team atmosphere, and I don't know, just like the way things were operated. So in the end, when we actually show up to like super important matches like this, everyone's putting in their 100%, 110%. Like they've did everything they possibly could to prepare individually, but as a collective unit, like we just don't work well together. Teammate to teammate interactions, make sure you guys trust each other, think on the same page, like have fun when you're practicing. Things like that, they just add up. Everyone just says CLG operates off raw skill alone, and it's true, we do. So when we try our hardest at tournaments like this, And I don't think anyone played particularly like worse than they normally do, right? Everyone is playing up to their standard and skill level. It's just, it's not good enough. So something has to change. I think being a player is like, it's what I am, yeah. I never want to hold back my team, you know? I never want to be the reason why like team atmosphere is not good or we can't progress as a unit. So I just said to everybody that if they want somebody else and they think I'm a negative influence on the team, then like I don't want to hold them back, because these are the people that I'm closest with in life. Like I'm not close to my family. I don't really have friends outside of CLG. These are my family pretty much, and if I'm holding them back, then I don't want to do that. I'd rather them succeed and then me just watch than for all of us to fail together.
Wants the battle below. Sneaky takes him out. A black shield for support, and now the engage from high as well. He's gonna grab it special cleanly. Jumps on back. Turret can't claim to be the elimination in the mix though. He's gonna lose some health. There's the knockup from Quas, and Lemon will go down. Finally a kill for Curse. 22-minute surrender out of Curse. They put a kill on the scoreboard, so that's all we're playing for. The red team takes Baron after that is Cloud9, and here comes the battle. Dominate the front line. There comes the Kali as well. Exhaust are on, and it's gonna be a 2 for 0 so far. C9 still chasing on in. Kop's trying to kite away, but he's gonna fall as well. That is a whole bunch of kills for Balls, and only Quas is alive. Under 27 minutes, it's now 2-0. One more game, and Cloud9 heads to Worlds. Will they stay for this turret? Looks like the answer is not quite yes. One kill picked up as Lemon goes down. Dominate jumps right back out, but Boy is gonna fall with wall block. Bunch of unleashed power. There's the Kazakhs. Special force to flash away. Only 2 members alive. Make that 1 as Quas goes down. C9 inside the base. Cloud9, you're going to the 2014 World Championship. Congratulations, C9.
Congratulations. Congratulations. We're going to Korea, guys. Holy shit. Oh. I'm excited. Yes.
What's up? You ready? Go. Do your stuff here.
Can I take a piss? Is that a thing?
I'll sign, then take a piss.
Yeah. Last time we got baited into this shit, it was 2 hours of signing.
No, it will not be 2 hours.
This will not be 2 hours. I have too much other stuff for you to do.
There are people who love you.
All the fans are really sweet. They come out there and wait in huge lines just to say hi to us and get something signed. I really appreciate it from them. It's always great to see coming out to these events, and they don't happen that often anymore. Most events that we've done in the past year has been in Europe and other places, so getting one here in NA finally is amazing.
What's the strangest request you guys have gotten from the fan?
Nothing too weird. I was asked to sign a man's chest. That's not really that weird. But then I was also asked to sign a girl's chest, but I declined that one. I think most of our team has been asked to sign a girl's chest. I don't know if everyone's accepted or not. I think Balls did it. Balls is the man who took it.
guessing.
So too tired. Bitches on there.
Oh, shit.
At least you're relaxed now.
Why not even expect a real answer from him?
10 minutes. You guys ready yet? There you go. That's your OJ.
Hopefully it's another stop. Boring stop today, man.
That'd be nice.
TSM today. Stomped the scrims. What do you think about this match? We're f***ed, boys. Called a rat.
We're going home.
Surrender.
Let's just go to Korea right now, Zach.
Alright,
We're done.
We're just done. Take second?
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
take second.
Good.
It's better for seating anyway.
It's a good mentality going into this series.
Nah, I got this.
Yeah? Alright.
Maybe.
You guys can't come in.
No.
As the crowd is fired up for our first game of the Summer Playoff Championship between the reigning champs Cloud9 and Team Solo Mid. Cloud9, however, is cleaning up the fight. Sneaky says King Me gets another jump. One more shot to Bjergsen. It's going to come from Medios. We're going to go to game 2 in this best of 5 series. Cloud9 takes game 1.
I feel like they were just trying to give us everything we wanted and see if they could deal with it. I feel like they'll switch it up next time.
Yeah, I think Bjergsen was cocky.
Yeah.
He said he was fine giving me Zed. I don't know if he'll do that again, but I do think we ban it though.
I don't know.
Come on, guys.
And one more. That's so scary that he has to stay that close. That is going to be the initiation the Cloud9 might have wanted, but not anymore. They are going for the long haul in this one. And the extended fight going in favor right now as the ult up again for Team Solo Mid. They break open the base, and it looks like they won everything.
TSM have just handed Cloud9 their first ever playoff loss.
We're going to game 3. This seems like Cloud9's running amok in TSM's jungle.
You mentioned that spread out fight, and that is what Zed lives for.
High now into it. There's the Zanyas. They're going to start crushing down the health bars. The Team Solo Mid. 39 minutes into the game. Cloud9 take game 3.
The difference a game makes. High was 1-9-7 in game 2, 6-0-1 here in game 3.
Can we just ban Zed, Syndra, Nunu? Or Zed, Syndra, Alistar and just trade junglers? Is that a thing?
Yeah, we can do that. We can try that out.
That'd take Bjergsen out of like champs taking care, I think.
Ziggs Tori is much better. You sure?
Tori's there, bad.
Yeah.
We've done it before. I got raped last time.
Haven't we won against Sarah every time we played against it?
Yes, but I got raped.
It's going to be game 4. 2 now for Cloud9, 1 for Team Solo Mid, and they are back against the ropes here. Cloud9 could be taking the title of North American champions once again with a victory. A lot is being used for only the few members of Team Solo Mid here. With the artillery coming in from Bjergsen on the backside. Could this finalize him? No! It's going to be wild.
This could be a penalty. One more.
He's going to be looking for the penalty, but Balls won't give it to him. We're going to go to a game 5 in the NALCS playoff finals. Team Solo Mid takes game 4 over Cloud9.
I think we really want the Nami in that kind of comp, by the way, not Braum.
Yeah.
The lane matchup doesn't matter.
Syndra's bad.
Because they're outpoking us so hard.
Let's
I
try
feel like we
Alistar.
can actually win fights.
Is Alistar in the
So hard.
game? They have to ban it. Do we have Maokai? Do we have Maokai? Yes. Do they have Alistar? No. Give me Yasuo. Syndra's banned, correct? Yes. There you go.
Well, then I just fizz to it.
I think it's fine. I'd rather do Yasuo into Fizz than Orianna into fucking Zeref.
That sounds good to me. Seems good.
Yeah, I mean, either way, win or lose, it. Let's go out with a bang.
And both of these teams, they've been trading blows, and it comes down to game 5 to crown our champions.
Control TSM needs to reassess the fight. Balls gets hit up. The Glacial Fisher on the backside. They bottleneck into this fight and are going for broke. High goes in, tries to get his ultimate down. Last breath has already been used. Coming up with focus.
Wow, Turtle!
Turtle on the triple. Turtle on the quadra. Medios on the outside. A second quadra in the playoffs for Turtle.
Outplaying Cloud9 and carrying TSM to the championship.
That's the ace. That's the game. TSM goes the full 5 and takes down Cloud9 to be the 2014 North American champions.
It just seemed like those first picks and having High on number 1 champion
teams on purple side. I think that was mostly due to being in a disadvantage from picks, just from how the side works. The last game we had a big advantage and we could actually win team fights, but we didn't have like a set goal. There's miscommunication in the last fight. Well, we're going to create a boot camp tomorrow actually. And I guess we'll see how that goes. I don't know how optimistic I am about doing that great at Worlds. I honestly just don't know. I'll have to see how we do against scrims versus the foreign teams.
I feel pretty good going into Korea. I'm really glad we made it there in the first place. Obviously, #1 seed is better than #2, but I'm still pretty happy with where we are. I think we'll be able to do well in group stages against whoever we're against.
I'm not that confident going to Worlds because I feel like as a team we have a lot of weaknesses right now. We had to like 2v1 most of our games in playoffs, and that can like give us a disadvantage. I know Balls is getting set behind almost every game, and so we have a lot to work on with our standard lane play. I think Hai was like pretty disappointed after the game, saying he needs to like work in his champion pool a bit, which I guess like he didn't have a great series. So just stuff like that, and I guess we can always get better as a team. Our shot calls can get more decisive, and we can work better as a team. I don't think we're like on the same caliber as the top teams that are going to Worlds.
In general, we'll get really good practice against, I don't know if it's all the teams, because I know Alliance is going there, so we're probably playing them, and then we'll play against the top tier Korean teams as well. So all that practice in general will make us a better team as a whole. So I hope to get a lot out of it when we go there.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. And I think we're going straight into the call with Balls. I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. And I'm sure me and Balls will be happy to answer them. Why do people say balls? I don't know. I don't remember why people started saying that. Let's see if he'll pick up the call.
Remember why?
Hey dude, what's up?
Yeah, okay, that's okay.
Balls, please.
What up?
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Do you know webcam? Balls? Hello, hello. Goddamn balls. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Alright, talk.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I can
Okay, nice. Do you have a webcam?
Hold up.
God
It could be a bad connection. It could just be random things. But we shall see. Ah, there you are. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me get the webcam set up and then we can start this. If I can figure out how to set up the webcam. Okay. Oh boy. Please don't be a reenactment of what happened last time. Okay. I'm gonna hide my Skype this time to make sure I don't leak everybody's info. Especially yours. Okay, give me a second. Okay, that's one. Add window capture. Subregion. I'm sorry guys for keeping you waiting. Unfortunately, I'm not a tech guru, so... Oh, there he is. Okay, I think I can remove this now.
Is everything working?
Almost there, buddy. Okay. I think I got it. Almost.
Take over?
Move down. Move up. Move up. Nice! Okay, did it! We're good to go. How you doing, dude?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Are you enjoying Korea?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, except the weather compared to California sucks.
The weather
It's so
sucks.
hot over here.
Have you guys been eating K barbecue every day?
So far every night.
Every night? Nice. I know that life. That is the best life. That is the hype.
We are saved.
Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna get the do you have the Twitter like stream up for the questions? Hold on, let me get them to you. Whoop. That's I can't do that because I have the Skype window open. So go Twitter.
Alright.
CTCS2 Twitter. Okay, good. Okay, we're good. We're good. So I can't give you the link right now, but if you go to Google and type in CTS or CTCS2, it'll show you all the Twitter questions that people are asking. And if not, I can just answer, or I can throw you some questions that some people have put in.
Alright. I see some right now.
Cool. Okay, and I think what we'll do is we'll pick one. You pick one for me, and I'll pick one for you. I think that way it was the best last time we tried it.
So I look for questions that are for you?
Yeah, and then I'll look for questions that are you, and I'll ask them to you. All right? So I'm gonna throw one your way right now. Okay. It says balls. How do the players in Korean solo queue compare to those in NA?
Korean solo queue to NA?
Yeah.
I think the laning phase is almost the same right now. It's because I'm not in Challenger yet or top Diamond 1. I'm just low Diamond 1. But the difference in solo queue is Korean solo queue, they group up faster. They don't care about split pushing that much. And there's a lot of random blitz and fiddlestick players too.
Yeah. There's so many fiddlesticks in Korea. That's funny.
Yeah. And level 1, they always group level 1 and invade same place every time.
Really?
And somehow it works.
I mean, a team that's proactive at level 1 is going to beat a team that isn't proactive, so that's just the way it is. That's pretty cool. So you guys, none of you guys are a Challenger yet?
No, we only play like 2 days so far. One full day of solo queue and the other day of scrims and solo queue.
I can't wait till you guys get there. Tell me how it is, because I'm really interested in hearing how it is, because no one on CLG really got challenger except for Seraph, but he was like a low challenger, so.
How far did they get?
He just did promos and that's it.
Oh.
So he was at just the 99 LP level, but it's gonna be really cool when you guys play against like Faker and Dopa and all those players.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. All right.
Throw me a question, if there is one.
All right, I'm looking for. All right, if you could play sub for on our team, which team would you sub for and what row?
Me?
Yeah.
That's actually a really interesting question. If I had to sub for another team, in what role? I think ultimately, if I were to ever play pro again, it'd probably be jungle, and probably the team I'd like to play with the most is probably Dignitas. But I guess that's my answer. I mean, I really just wanna, like, right now I'm not concerned about like super, winning because I'm not playing anymore. I would just like to play with people I enjoy playing with, and the dig guys are really cool. So that's my answer. If I wanted to win, I'd pick C9 or TSM, and then I would play like, I don't know, not jungle. Jungle's really hard. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, jungle is demanding. You have to listen to every command, and if you don't, you get blamed.
Yeah, jungle is like super like.
It's a frustrating row.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can find one. So guys, when you tweet at CTCS2, make sure that you put in like @balls or @HotshotGG along with the hashtag so that we can know who the question's directed at. So Balls, how much does Charlie help you with your gameplay, and what does he help you with? That's a good question. I've always wondered this.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Well, he helps us a lot actually. He always look in the other regions and see whenever the OGN matches are up and after. He always watches the games and tell us which champions they played and what's in the meta right now. He also gives us the Runes and Mastery links so we can see what they use. And he also searches other teams, sees what they play, and just gives us a lot of information.
So he's like a scouter and like analyst sort of guy?
Yeah, he also watches our scrims and tell us like on time like what we do and where we mess up on and what we can do better and stuff.
But he doesn't
It's all
like
stuff.
specifically go into your lane and then be like, hey, this is how you should play the matchup better. That's like something you work on yourself?
The laning, I always figure it out myself kind of. I always watch Korean solo queue too, watch top lane like Impact or other top laners and try to figure out myself. But yeah, that's just for me, laning phase. Charlie watches like the overall stuff.
That's cool.
He can also help me laning phase sometimes if he sees it, but I think I got it figured out most of the time.
Mostly it's individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw in that video you guys were talking about how you're kind of forced into 2v1 sometimes. And I'm sure that, Charlie's like analyzing what you guys should do better in 2v1, because it seemed Medios wasn't too happy with the 2v1 situation.
Oh yeah, the 2v1 was we had a lot of good records from it, and it seemed to help us a lot more. I think we just executed poorly sometimes, but it was working out in favor for us most of the time.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, throw me one.
Oh, you won. Okay. All right.
This is probably.
Is CLG? Wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, this one's for you. Is CLG gonna change their roster before relegations or not?
Before relegations? Or after?
Yeah.
So it's actually impossible at this point because the roster's already locked to change before relegations. The only thing that could be changed is me if like a player, becomes ill or whatever. So there's going to be no roster changes before relegations. After, if the team comes out strong and everybody's happy, then we won't need to make roster changes. But I'm quite sure that there's a lot of outstanding problems that the team has that I don't think we'll be able to get through without like maybe 1 or 2 changes. So we'll have to see. It all depends on these upcoming days and how well they fare against Curse Academy.
Oh wait, when do you guys play?
We play on the 9th, I believe. 11th?
9th?
11th or 9th?
Holy shit. That is so close.
Yeah, it's 11th, sorry.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's not, we don't have that much time left, and it's definitely ticking. Hold on, I think it's the 9th. I heard Charlie say 11th. I'm not sure. I'm not actually. Let me check. Actually, it's probably not too important that we check, but it's like it's either the 9th or 11th. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just focused on like improving like ASAP and improving now than more so when we play. I'm just like, try to get as much done as we can. I haven't really been doing anything other than, being with the team 24/7. So I mean, research and planning is going well, but team communication dynamic is a little shaky right now. So hopefully we can pull out the win.
Yeah. All right. Next question.
Let me say. Oh, I like this one because I always tell you this. Why don't you play Rumble on stage anymore? Bring it back.
Rumble? Oh man. Literally almost every day a fan comes up. Why haven't you put out Rumble yet? Like, fuck. I don't know. I don't think it's that strong compared to other top laners right now still.
Really?
Like, yeah, I think Rumble is, you have to be team reliant. Like, you have to group up and force team fights. Because when you're trying to split push, you don't win against most split pushers right now. Like, I think Rise or Lulu, if they get ahead, they can just kill Rumble if they catch him. And Rumble's just too team reliant.
But he was pretty...
And,
sorry, go ahead.
Like, against other tanky champions that build, like, Spectro Cal, it just nullifies his damage for split pushing.
He was decent at 2v1 back in the day, wasn't he? Or do you think he'd just be pretty bad in 2v1 in the meta right now?
Well, the 2v1, the meta is weird right now, because if you don't farm in the jungle, then the ranged champions outlane the melee champions. So, say I'm Rumble and I bought with my support, and we're range and melee, then the other top laner that's range against a range 80 carry can farm a lot easier than I can.
So
but if you're both range bot, then you can farm easily.
So would you ever put yourself in a position where it's ranged in melee, like your melee? So say like your Maokai and your support is ranged. Would you ever do that to yourself? To if the enemy champion is ranged also. So like say they have like 3 ranged champions. Would you ever put yourself in a 2v1 where you're disadvantaged?
That's where you just gotta change the 2v1 a little bit. Like, you need to have your AD carry and support together and deny the other top laner, and it forces both top laners to farm in the jungle with the jungler.
Okay.
So that you don't fall that behind against the other one. I think
So-
that's what we should have done against TSM probably.
Okay, I see. Because I was actually like thinking about your lanes.
The Maokai, right?
Yeah, the Maokai.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like, if we'd done that, I would have probably went even with Lulu maybe. Because when I met Lulu, she was like 2 times my CS. That was really bad.
Yeah, so that was...
both AD carriers came back, but Sneaky had an advantage because he is higher level and better champion.
Okay, so that was definitely an error more than a decision.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Okay, you throw me one.
Alright, let's see. Alright, how do you get your mentality back after getting 3-0'd or 3-1? 3-0'd and 3-1.
I mean, it's really tough, like, especially for the team. Like, for me, it's like I'm not the one playing, and I haven't been in like this kind of like negative atmosphere for a while, so it's not hard for me to be like, hold on, I'm just adjusting my chair. It's not hard for me to be like, hey, let's just look ahead, because there's nowhere to look but ahead, you know, like, don't look at the past. But when you're a player, you always seem to bring some baggage back, and it carries over, and it's hard not for them. It's hard for them to not, I guess, tilt. And how to get the mentality back? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest, because a lot of teams, so many teams, they just get to a point where they start performing bad and they just collapse. And even though they're the better team, their mentality and their thought process actually prevents them from, you know, playing even like their standard level of play. So if I can make that more clear. So everybody thought that Coast could beat Complexity last season. Like, if you just look at the rosters and you look at like their performances, but because Coast was so tilted, they lost. And then, you know, the players went to Dignitas. So it's really tough to get your mentality back. I don't know how to do it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, have you scrimmed against the Newcos? Didn't they have like a different mid and top lane or something?
So,
top jungler?
So from what I've heard and from what I've seen, so my gut reaction was to, I guess like we can talk about this. This is a good question. So my gut reaction was to pick Curse Academy because a lot of people were suggesting Curse Academy because they didn't do that well in playoffs. They don't have any tricks up their sleeves, whereas, you know, the Coast guys, like, they had 2 Korean players that no one's ever heard of. We don't know what ranking they were. Yeah. We don't know their history, and they're really like low key, and we don't know what champions they play. So that is a risk, and I was actually willing to take that risk, but the majority of people thought Curse was better, so we ended up going with Curse. It actually probably turns out that Coast was the better pick, but I mean, it's whatever.
It was like a last minute pick, so you can't really scout them.
It was a rough choice.
That was really random too.
Let me see. So these questions are funny. So C9 Balls, is Monte Cristo helping you guys in any way in Korea? Or Susie?
Susie's actually helping us a lot in like setting up scrims and stuff.
Nice.
And helping us find food and like all this stuff to make us comfortable. And Monty was just over to just chill with us.
Cool. Have you guys played against any of like the best teams in Korea yet? Because I know like people are like, oh, Alliance is crushing people, but
oh man,
I bet you any money that the teams that Alliance played are not the top 3 Korean or top 4 Korean teams. I guarantee you that.
They probably haven't played against the top Korean teams yet.
Have you guys had the luck?
No, we only scrimmed a Korean team yesterday, but I don't think they were a top team.
Mm-hmm.
And we did pretty well, but we're about to scrim Samsung in like 2 hours, so...
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, good luck on that, and I hope you guys have fun. They're a really good team right now, so...
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
I'm really interested to see how the best Korean teams match up to the best North American and best European teams, because a lot of people think that, you know, the best North American teams can match up to the best Korean teams, and like, you know, Alliance is kind of on the hype train and people are starting to believe, but I'm not so convinced. Like, I'm not 100% convinced. What's your thoughts on that?
Wait, what'd you say?
So a lot of people are saying that like the top North American teams and the top European teams can like be on the even level on an even playing field with the top Korean teams. I don't think so, but you know, some of the fans on Reddit and like fans of Alliance are saying that they think it can happen. Like, what is your thoughts? Do you guys think you can pull it through? Do you think Alliance can pull it through?
Dude, I have no clue right now. No clue right now because I don't know how strong they are.
Okay.
So.
Well, I'm gonna.
Sorry. I think they're gonna outplay us in strategy, but laning phase, not that different.
Yeah.
Or maybe mine, not that different.
I think to be honest that the Koreans might be a little bit better in lane, not too much, even, but I think their strategy is what makes them, you know, really formidable.
It's like got your rotations.
Yeah.
Like they probably like bush camp a lot more too, like in unexpected spots and just kill you.
I wish I could watch that script with you guys. Oh well, tell me how it goes. Tell me how you guys do in private. Obviously, can't let anyone else know.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Throw me one.
Next question for you. Let me see. Alright, there's another question. With all due respect, what do you think is the problem with CLG at the moment, if there is any?
So there's two parts to this question that I'll be very honest with. The first part is that we didn't have a proper coaching structure and a proper like I guess support system in place. Because CLG is kind of a team that needs that. Like C9, you guys like are pretty good friends. Like you get along really well, and you can listen to each other kind of well. And things are like all love and happy rainbows, whatever, most of the time, in comparison to other teams. And for other teams, especially CLG, they need like structure, they need discipline, they need someone coaching them, they need someone there with them constantly, telling them to improve as players and as people and as teammates. And so that's part of it. And I think that kind of led to our downfall, that we didn't have that in place. But I hope that, you know, in the future we can definitely figure these things out and fix them, because we're all aware of what the problem is, and we just want to get through relegation so we can try to fix it.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because a lot of teams have like internal problems, but you just can't ever tell what's going on.
Yeah, you can't really see it at all. Let me see another question for you.
Oh, get the Baron, get the Baron. The jungler's dead. Nope, it's not. Or dead. Never mind.
Let me see. I guess this is a kind of a casual question. Please, guys, throw us some more questions because we don't have enough questions right now. Balls, what is your favorite K-pop group, and are you guys going to see any K-pop performances over there?
What is this question? Favorite K-pop group?
Do you have a favorite K-pop group?
Not really. I just listen to different kinds from like every group. Like just a bunch of songs. So I don't know which one's my favorite. But I already went to KCON US, and it was sweet, but it was just whatever for me. I don't think we have any time to see any K-pop group here. So yeah.
Fair enough. So I'll throw in another question towards you, since that one wasn't really a serious one. This one's really good. From Traga92. How far do you guys expect to go in Worlds? And has the loss to TSM changed the team atmosphere in any way?
The loss against TSM didn't change our atmosphere a bit. We just learned from our losses and just go on. And Worlds, it depends on the draw we get. Like, it's hard to tell if we can make it through or not because we're a second seed, and we get stuck with a if we get stuck with a really good first team and then like 2 other decent team, then the group's gonna be really hard. But if we get stuck with like a first seed Korean team and 2 other weaker teams, then all we have to do is just
beat the 2 weaker teams.
Yeah, to win. Pretty much go for second in that group. So yeah, I don't know yet. Have to see.
Fair enough. I think, like, overall, just watching the episode, that you guys weren't really too upset that you lost. Like, you're like, oh, damn, we lost to TSM, but it was a close game. You already knew your mistakes, and you knew everything could be improved, so it didn't seem too bad.
Win or lose for us, we're just going to have fun anyways. Just try our best. That's our mentality right there.
Nice. I mean, it's a good mentality to have. I'm glad that you guys can work together in such a relaxed environment. Cause
sorry,
go ahead.
The last game could have gone either way. Like, the game was really close, my perspective. Even though I got set off really behind, I think Sneaky was really fed, so it could have gone either way.
No, I totally agree. Okay.
But yeah.
You want to throw me a question?
Yeah, let me see. Alright, what should happen so EU/NA have a realistic chance to get a good placement at Worlds?
I mean, this is just my opinion, based on what I've heard from teams and players, is that they need to learn how to play the rotations as well as the Korean teams are going to play them. Like, they got to know how to make picks at buffs, like constantly fight for objectives, because from what I've heard, like the top Korean teams, when they contest objectives, even blue and red, they'll like ward it up preemptively and they'll come to your buff, and the top laner will not be afraid to instantly teleport to just fight you at that buff. Like, they don't give ush. They'll just constantly take objectives and play as a team. So it's going to be a lot more fast-paced, I think, for everybody, and everybody's just got to learn, because I think North American and EU teams have really good mechanics, and I think that they can, keep up to par. And right now, even if Koreans do have better mechanics, the game is about strategy mostly right now and team play. Like, you're not going to see someone like do this crazy solo kill out of nowhere and just win worlds. It's mostly going to be teams rotating well, teams listening to each other well, and teams playing well as a team. So.
Yeah, they are not afraid to fight for anything. He's just even like level 3 or level 4 teleports they'll do at bot lane if they see a chance. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I watch OPGG like you every night, and like, I'll just see people pick Rise top lane, and if any point the bottom lane gets into a crazy engage, boop, Challenger, like, this is in Challenger 800 LP. The Rise will just TP bottom at like level 3 and get a double kill, and then the game's like over.
Yeah. Like, literally, Korean solo kill don't care about CS. They roam so much.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you play bot lane, and first buy for supports is just mop boots and then just ward up, I think bot lane a little bit, or just run mid and just gank. Like, the supports will always roam. They never stay bot lane, just try to win lane. They just try to roam and help other lanes.
Yeah. It's really cool. I really like that style of play, because it's really proactive. It gets the game going.
Yeah. And then, so far, if I compare the low diamond one compared to NA, Korean solo queue always fight for objectives. Like Dragon, whenever Dragon's up, or they have the chance to, they will always go for it. And whenever it's about to spawn, they ping it, and like everyone groups up and go for it. They game, so cool. They never want to split. Like, they will ping and just type 5 and group.
I've never
fight.
I've never actually played about it, but everybody keeps talking about how they group and always play for objectives, and they always try really hard. And I'm really excited to see, like, when I go to Korea, how it is for me, because I really want to try to get Challenger in Korea. That's gonna be my goal. So.
Yeah, it's freaking insane. Like if you split push, they just rage at you.
Okay.
And like if everyone's getting shit on, there's a thing called open mid where you just push mid and end the game. Like everyone just surrenders.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Like they just want to surrender and go next game quickly, I guess. It's pretty hilarious.
I wonder why that is. I wonder why people just, like in North America, we don't give up no matter what.
Yeah.
It can be 1 to 30, and we'll never give up. But in
Korea's like, this Kalen was like losing so hard, he just bought Banshees and just sat in base. Just gave up.
Oh.
Korean solo queue is awesome.
Would you say it's toxic, or would you prefer that kind of like...
I mean, for me it's not toxic because I can't understand anything. All I see is boxes, so I'm having a good time.
Do you like the fact that, if people get smashed so hard that they just like open mid, or do you prefer like, playing until trying to get that win, even though that the game is maybe not in your favor?
I think I like the Korean way because like if you already lost early game super hard, everyone lost lane, you should not win that game. And then going to the next game quicker and getting more games in is a lot better for me. Because in NA, if I think we lost already, I'm down to surrender. So it's like heaven for me.
It's heaven. And K barbecue, man, it's the promised land.
KBBQ and Korean solo queue. Holy.
Okay.
This is life.
So let's see. Were you on me or was I on you? I completely forgot.
I forgot to. Wait. I'll just find a question for you.
Okay.
Let's see, a good question. Oh, could the potential relegation of CLG be the end of the current team?
I think that if CLG gets relegated, and they don't get into LCS, I think it could be the potential end of the team. Because at that point, if we've been to Korea, we've trained all year, we've had a gaming house, everybody's had their own rooms, everybody's had, coaches helping them, everybody has, we've flown in some of the, like Dexter was top jungler in EU at one point. He was on the #1 team. We've had all these really great rosters, and something's not working, then I don't think there's a point to continue. I'll be honest.
Like the league team's just gone.
I wouldn't say that CLG will cease to exist. I would say that the current roster as it is will just disappear, and maybe like one player will stay, and then the team will be built around that one player or two players. But we'll have to see. It's make it or break it for everybody, and I hope they can pull it through. Because I don't want to, I don't want to see anyone leave the scene.
Yeah, that would suck.
Alright. Okay, let me throw you on. Do you think that there will be any out of meta picks to be used at Worlds from any team, or do you think everybody will just play straight up meta?
Out of meta.
So like, I'd consider Talon not really out of meta, but he's kind of in the meta because it got played in OGN, but something that we've actually never seen before. That's not been seen in one tournament yet. Just like rip it out.
Let's see. I don't know. I haven't seen any out of meta champs so far. But anything could happen with Chinese and Korea teams. Because they're like the most likely to pull out a random champ that no one's seen before.
You don't think a European team or an NA team will pull out something random? It's going to be from a Chinese.
Actually, Europe might play like Aatrox or something. Not sure. Actually, Europe is most like innovative. Because I think they were the first one to run Maokai, right?
maybe. It was either EU or Korea was the first one to run Maokai, but yeah, they've had the wacky top laners. You know, they've always had out of meta top laners. Maybe not out of meta mid laners or bottom laners, but definitely top laners.
Yeah, but Korean solo queue is like mostly ribbon fiddlesticks and like just champs that you don't expect. I think it's because the ping is so low that people play like more mechanical champions just to show off. And yeah, they just play those a lot.
Are you noticing like the ping difference between Korea and North America?
Yeah, like Korean solo queue here, I think the lowest ping is like 7 to 9. And then when I play NA, it's like 40, 50 when I regularly play. So ping difference is pretty huge, and you can tell like easily right off the bat, and it helps you play a lot better too, or just more mechanical outplay and stuff.
I mean, it's closer to LAN play too that way. That that you guys play at like super low ping, so it's probably even better practice than that.
Yeah, it's better practice definitely. Like playing NA solo queue and then going to like LAN it's a little bit different.
Okay, we'll end up with one more question each, and then we'll call it, and then I'll let you prepare for your Samsung scrims, and hopefully you guys can win. I want to hear you guys win. I want to be proven wrong, but I'm not sure if I have high hopes. We lost, boys. Okay.
Don't expect much. You guys might not even hear this anymore.
Oh God. Okay, will Gnar be played at Worlds?
Will Gnar be played at Worlds? Well, I have not seen much very good Gnar so far, so
Have you seen?
Maybe not.
Have you seen one good Gnar?
I've seen Gnar like one lane on Spill Tank, but I don't think he's useful compared to the other top laners.
Okay, fair enough. And then you want to throw me one more question?
Alright, one more question. Let me try to find a good question. Actually, I'll just ask you this. If you had to create a dream team using one member from each region, who would be your 5?
Huh. Wait, one member from each region?
Yeah.
I would take Faker from Korea. I'm not even a fanboy. I just honestly believe he's like a god. Even if they lose, whenever like I see Faker play, it's not. I mean, whenever they lose, I don't think it's because of Faker. So I take Faker. And then from China, I'm not too familiar with the China scene. I'm really not. So I can't really. Is Cool still playing?
Cool?
Yeah.
I have no clue what's going on.
Actually, I'll save my European pick for Froggen because everybody's hyping up Froggen. If Froggen has a disappointing performance on Worlds, I'm never trusting Reddit again. Okay, but I'll take Froggen from. Oh no, wait! I already took Faker. Oh, all the people I like are mid laners. Well, that's it for the show, guys. I'm done.
Oh, we're gone.
We lost. But I probably won't be able to answer that question, to be honest. That's a really hard question.
Alright.
Alrighty then. I think we're good. And thank you so much for doing the Skype call with me, because I know you guys are practicing a lot.
Yeah. So early too. I did not expect this.
Alrighty. I hope you have some great scrims with Samsung. And everybody, thank you for watching. We're out. Peace.